Of Series 6 of Master League Story Mode. We are back, we return, and we have some absolutely huge games today. I know I say that every single time, but we really do. This is going to be a big one. I am very excited to get going in this. Not least because we are taking on the team that narrowly, just so narrowly, pipped us to the post last season. As we start this episode off against Sao Paulo cousins, relatives. I mean, they're not far down the road. Old Corinthians from the city of Sao Paulo in Sao Paulo State, where our team, Ponte Preta, are based. Matty Boy, Solo, welcome aboard. You're always first in. Very keen. I always like to see it. Always love to see it. So yeah, massive game to start the episode. Doesn't get much bigger than that. We're taking on the reigning champions. We need to beat them. They're not having an incredible start to the season, but we are only a few games in. And, there's a lot of football still to be played. And, we made a huge run at the end of last season to catch up Corinthians. We almost beat them on the final day. It was still within our reach, but we couldn't quite manage it. But this season, we're having a much better start than we did. King Shag, Driver, Kakarot, welcome aboard, boys. I assume boys. Apologies if you're girls. You're probably not. I know my analytics. So yeah, big game to start off with. And then 2 games, potentially winnable games, although Botafogo have started the season strongly. We take them on at the Majestoso, and then we're going away to Atlético PR. And then I think we're going to try and make it 4 games this evening so we can play the final game of our Copa Libertadores group stage, which is just going to be a victory parade, really, for Ponte Preta, as we are already through, but we can eliminate River Plate, which would be very pleasing. So, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Davidson, welcome aboard. James Smith, 2 streams in a row. Congratulations. Kakarot, you're a hot babe. I've always assumed that. Hot babes always have Dragon Ball Z avatars. That is pretty much standard. You could put your house on that. So we have been offered the Goyas job, as we saw at the end of the last episode. And the scouts have been doing some business. Obviously, the big headline for Ponte Preta is that talks with Santos starlet Yuri Alberto are going pretty well. Ish. I mean, they're going, which is much more than we've ever had. 95 million real they want. We tried to negotiate them down by 19 million, but they said no, we want the full whack. To be fair, it's still 60 odd million below his market value, so a bit of a steal. He's only 20 years old. He's a striker, really. We can't play him out on the wing. He's not a player to play there. But in terms of just a incredibly high potential, but already very well-rounded striker, he is pretty much exactly what we wanted since day one. He's been our target. But yeah, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And Kakarot, I agree, it would be a shame to replace the man who is currently the top scorer in Serie A, which is Big Ziggy Marillison, our number 1 man. So we are looking for an attacking midfielder at the moment, and they have found us one. Sarah Fiore, playing at International, 24-year-old. Yeah, talented passer. A little bit slow. We do want someone dynamic in there. Everton Ribeiro, I really like him. He's got a great spread of stats. But at 32 years old, we might be getting him at the wrong time. I think we might be then sort of investing in his downfall, really. But he is a very good player. Certainly one to consider for a Jimmy Quids replacement. So striker probably not really the goal at the moment. That's not really our priority. I would say attacking midfielder is, although there is Alberto, hard to turn down. I did notice that Lincoln as well has popped up. I mean, these two are probably pretty decent, but Lincoln as well, a very highly rated youngster in the Yuri Alberto mould. He's not a dead-eye finisher as Yuri is, but this guy's got a better general spread of stats, really good on the ball. 76 finishing is decent, really. Yuri Alberto is missing any player skills or playing styles, which is concerning. And Lincoln's got all of those things. 21-year-old, he is exactly the same positions as Yuri Alberto. Ideally, we're playing him as a striker. I'm just going to be tempted to see what we could maybe get him for. High chance of success. Let's try. I mean, we can take a gamble on him because he's... Well, no, I do like him in many ways. I prefer him to Yuri Alberto. I'd be interested to hear your opinions in the chat. But he does look pretty good. We'll offer him a 3-year. He's positive about signing. He would be a really, really important signing for us if we did manage to secure his signature. We'll give it a go at 82 million. If he comes out a lot cheaper than Yuri Alberto, we certainly should consider it. I do think we need to, have another look at an attacking midfielder. It's going to be an important position for us to fill. Should we go overall rating? Let's see. Okay. There we are. I think that's all we need to do now before we get into the first game of the episode, which is the key one of this episode. Let's see how we're going to line up today as we take on Corinthians. As I said, this is a side not far away from us at all. It is just a 67-mile drive north from Campinas to the city of Sao Paulo. To take on a side who have been very, very successful in their history. They've got 7 titles to their name as recently as 2017. Well, actually, in this, it's 8 titles as recently as last year. And this is a team that we've spoken about before, very similar to Ponte Preta. They were originally formed by a group of railway workers, so they've got that little bit of working class edge to them as well, bit of grit and determination from that history of that's where they came from. And it certainly showed when we played them. They've been a tricky side. They're known as the People's Team, or the Great Team. So yeah, they're big, and they are one of the most supported teams in Brazil. Apparently 30 million fans in Brazil and across the world. Pretty impressive. I think Ponte Preta are a little bit behind that, but it's certainly going to come on, I'm sure. Solo, welcome aboard. Sudern Richards, hello, welcome. So, shall we, without further ado, let's take a look at the form and see who we're going to start today in this massive game. Corinthians, as I said, haven't started the season that well. They're in 8th at the moment, but I think they're only about 6 points behind us. We're top of the table, but there's not much in it. We're still very, very early days. So, Ziggy on a downward arrow. Thoughts in the chat. Do we bring Carlos Vinicius, a.k.a. Girudinho, into the side today? It's a tempting one. We could play Takuma Asano up top, but he's on a downward arrow. I'll reserve judgment on that. Rubinho back from injury. We can bring him in. And Arnaldo as well. Why do I never make that change? Rubinho in for Mara Jr. today. I did ask in the community section of the YouTube channel post, whatever you call it, community post, about what we thought this attacking midfield duo should be. And generally it was Jimmy Quids and MJ who got the nod. But with MJ on very, very low fatigue or high fatigue, probably should bring in little Bobby today. He's on a green arrow. We'll give him a run out alongside Jimmy Quids. And are we saying bench Ziggy? Okay. I think this is a big game. Let's not forget, this is the reigning champions. If they get 3 points today, it puts them with only 3 points of us. And who knows what could then happen later in the season. Will we live to regret not starting the top scorer in Serie A? I think we'll probably get away with it. Good shout there, Kakarot. I would have missed that. I think we can drop Ivan today. How does that affect us team spirit-wise? It's only 2. We'll bring in Fabiano for his first start of the season. And Ian, welcome aboard, mate. Dude. Good to see you. So I think we're happy with this. Quick look at Corinthians. They're a good side. Of course they are. They're a side that currently have the Serie A trophy locked up tightly in their trophy cabinet. Who do we captain, though, for this one? I think it's got to be Quidzy, hasn't it? And I think that's us just about done. I think we're ready to go here. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, what are we calling him? Girudinho, that's it. Hope Girudinho is ready to play in Rubinho and the Macacaroni today. Get them some goals. Or get a goal for himself. That would be nice. Let's get into it. So this is a big stadium, actually, isn't it? The Arena Corinthians. I think this is licensed. I think it's licensed. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a licensed stadium. Come on. Prove me right. There we are, lovely. Look at this beautiful atmospheric stadium here in the city of Sao Paulo. They're not local rivals, but they're very, very close. County rivals that will have played each other in the Campeonato Paulista, which is the sort of It's not really counties. Counties makes it sound a lot smaller than it is. These are areas that are probably the same size as England. But yeah, they have played each other a lot. They know each other well. Plenty of history between the two sides. There's Fabiano. I think that's his first start. So hopefully he can perform well. He's fairly well rated. He's not as good standard as Walter was last season. But, oh yeah, Walter, back at Corinthians. So there we are. He's playing in this game as well. But yeah, let's get the win today. Let's start this episode strongly. And let's keep our position at the top of the table. A few big changes today, though. Campuzano and Thiago Maia still in the midfield. Clayson, easy turn away from Marcinho. But Campuzano is back. Mr. Dependable. That's clever play there. And we'll play it out from the back. Hopefully that sets the scene for this game. Smart work there. Now Abner. Into Robinho. Sees the run of Marcinho. That was not actually who we were looking for there, but he gets to it. Puts one up looking for Vinicius. And Camacho's there to deal with it. That's poor. Very lucky to get to that. Abner is in though. It's Ferroni. Oh, finds a way from his man. Oh, and everyone thought that was in. Everyone thought that was in the Ponte Preta end. Just comes off the support at the back of the goal. Roni here, lovely turn of pace. He's certainly quicker than anyone on this pitch over the first couple of yards, and he showed it there. Great first 5 minutes here from Ponte Preta. Laying out their stall early on, looking dangerous. First header for Gabriel to jump for, and he actually doesn't come off particularly well from that. Now Corinthians in possession. Gabriel, though, will look to make up for it by coming across and dealing with that one with authority. Roni into Campuzano. That wasn't the plan there, to be honest. Oh, crisp passing there, but Quincy gets there. Vinicius, that's nice. Robinho looks to put it into space for Quincy. He's not going to have the pace to get to this. He'll keep Gil honest. In fact, I'll have to go all the way back. Danger there. Happy to take the risk across goal. And now Gil will have to go long. Yes, this is what we want. Keeping them pinned back. Thiago Maia caught in possession though. I feel like they're going to be really deadly on the counter-attack if given the opportunity. Marcus Paulo now. They've got some quality in this side. Rene Jr. Oh, Gabby no goals. Puts a foot to that. Surprised he didn't get a call there. Robinho, that's a little bit risky, but he gets away with it. Abner caught in possession a little there, but the referee saw that charge to be a foul. And a breathless start to this game. We'll just have a slight pause here. Nearly 15 minutes on the clock. I would say we've got this one at the moment, but this could all change, especially away from home. We're keeping the home crowd silenced for the moment. Marcinho into Roni. He's started strongly and he spins away from Augusto. Oh, that's lovely. Marcinho won't get there though. Augusto does really well. Strong play from the defender. Now Marcus Paulo. Out wide to Gabriel. Need to get this right. Abner, you need to get back, mate. It's your man. Ramiro runs it to the line. Ibanez didn't get the shout there from Fabiano that I'm sure he would have got from Ivan the Terrific. That should have been left. That should have been left to roll out. But they've got a dangerous set piece opportunity here. Ivan's gone wide with the defender. Ooh, get back. Marcus Paulo. Ibanez powers through and powers through another. And Ibanez now will stream forward. Looking for Carlos Vinicius. Can't quite get there. It's not really his game. Running off the back of the defender like that. The high press. Looking for its first victim. That's a good ball into Camacho, who's found a little pocket of space. Now Ramiro cuts inside well. Camacho again looks to get away from Gabby no goals, but he's well aware of the danger. And finds Campuzano. Now Roni again. Under pressure from Makarov, but does really well. Can slip in Vinicius. He's asked a lot of him there. Again, that's something that Marison is so good, running the channels like that, but that's not the game plan with Vinicius in the side. We need to be whipping balls into the box. It's got to really be Marcinho to do that. Roni now. Oh, caught there. Caught. Just waited too long, but Campuzano's there. The cleaning lady, they call him. I don't know why they'd call him the cleaning lady. The janitor. It's It's just sexist, isn't it? You don't have to be a lady to be a cleaner. Fagner. Bit of space here. Rubinho. Totally anonymous so far. Don't let him roll us there. Marcinho, what are you doing? Oh, bloody hell. Okay, okay. We started really strongly in this game. We seem to have dropped off slightly. Abner and Maya. Rubinho finds Abner. Needs to start performing the role that MJ does, but Abner sees an opportunity to put a ball into the box. Thiago Maya, good turn. Roney misses that completely, but it's to Vinicius here. Back out to Marcinho, steps inside. He's fouled there, referee. Come on. Went down holding his face there. Didn't really make a big deal out of it. That could be the problem. Marcinho into Rubinho. Oh, lovely. Rubinho now into the box. Looks to pull the trigger, but the defender is there quickly. Wani Mwati, welcome aboard. You've not missed anything at all. Half an hour in. We are the better side so far. We've not really done much else. Rubinho, nice. Looks to find Abner. He's got the momentum to take him past Fagner. All across the box, looking for Vinicius. Oh, straight at the defender there. I feel like we've seen that far too much from the lumbering centre forward. He's good at playing players into the game. Not so good at playing the ball into the back of the net, which is a shame. Campuzano into Rubinho. That's nice, I guess. Maybe unnecessary. Marcinho looks to whip it in. That's what we need to be doing. So we need to get the ball in those positions. Into the Brazilian Trent Alexander-Arnold. Maya, Rubinho. Quidzi looking for Vinicius. Can he hold off his man? He can't. Campuzano will come across again, but Marcos Paulo does well, but not well enough. He has won back so many balls already in this game. Abner looking to take Ramiro for a run, and Ramiro has not got an answer to that at all. Abner's ball in isn't a bad one, but Roney's not able to get to it. And they can break now, actually, with Abner out of position. Ramiro has just been given work to do going back and now going forward. And that is broken down pretty easily. Ball down the line. Gabby no goals across. And now Abner picks it up and he burst of acceleration through the centre. Ball now out to the experienced Rubinho. He's taken his man. Abner's there on the overlap. Time to pick out a good ball in. Roney's there. Out to Quidzi, off his chest. Just couldn't react in time. And that's going to be half-time here in Sao Paulo. With absolutely nothing to show other than what felt like pretty much complete dominance. 57% possession suggests that was the case, but without a single shot on target, that means absolutely nothing. Let's go. Come on. We need to step it up here. What are we missing? MJ and Ziggy. Are they that important to this side? Possibly. Potentially. Campuzano. Rubinho. Little flick into Quidzi. Looks for him back again, but Makarov aware of the danger there. Fagner again. Good pressure from Thiago Maya. Comes off his chest and it's out. We need to get some balls into the box. Completely agree. We need to be getting it into... Oh, Rubinho does well. Gets the ball away into Thiago Maya as well. Vinicius. Jimmy Quids. Roney looks to spin, but it's held up there well. They go all the way back. They don't seem to have much of a response when they do win the ball back here. But we need to be wary. They do have some good players. Vinicius reads that really well, but Marlon is across. Gets the foot in. Vinicius, with one chance so far in this game, hit it straight at the keeper. It does seem to be one of his trademarks. And now they're keeping it really well. Gill now at the back. They're looking to frustrate us here, but that's really poor. Good spell of passing. Ruined by putting it straight into touch. And now Campuzano will find Roney. Oh, looks to dance away from Gill. Didn't have enough. They can bring it away here. Now Makarov. Quidzi closing him down, but he does really well there. Fidato. isolated, but finds the ball out wide. Abner's in there. It's not a foul. That's not a foul. Bonnie Watty, since Brodge, no big forward, has really made a close comparison. I completely agree. I'm not generally a big forward sort of man, but Brodge just did the trick, didn't he? He just worked. But we've attempted to replicate that with Balboa and now Vinicius. Maybe they're just not right for our style of play anymore. First season, Brodge was just gobbling up the goals, wasn't he? We made the decision to sell him when we got a good bid in for him. Quincy heads away. Thiago Maia needs to get to that, and he does find Macacaroni. Holds off Rene Jr. really well. He's got Marcinho making a run. Flicks it over the top, looking for Thiago Maia. That would have been much easier on the floor. Macho heads away. And into Robinho with the effort. Oh, I thought we had that then. I thought we had goal number 1. Zico with that. Oh, I'm so bloody angry. But no, really good. Really good. It's cleared up rather than out. Fell kindly to Robinho. Plenty of time to look at that. It was dipping, but I think it was wide as well. So irrelevant. An hour in. We need to create some more chances. We want the win here. Anything else will be a disappointment. Which is pretty much what we can say about every game this season. Because we're such a bloody good team. Miro deals well with the tight attention there from Abner. It's a decent ball again to find him. Abner in close attendance. Gets a foot in. No! Come on! What has Abner done to the referees and linos in this game? Maybe, I guess. Pretty weak. Pretty bloody weak. And a big opportunity here for Clayson to whip a ball in. It's going to be to the far post. Gabby No Goals is there, gets ahead to it. Set to Augusto. It's a good first touch. Makarov. This doesn't look good. Clayson allowed to turn. The effort is almost deflected in there. What a cruel way to go behind that would have been. Luckily we get away with it, but they do have another corner now. Tempted to think about making some changes soon. 65 minutes on the clock. Leave him, Ibanez. Leave him. Get back in there. Oh, Camacho's got away from Marcinho at the near post and heads wide. A flurry of opportunities here for the home team. Hopefully we can weather it. We need to find something soon. Let's be whipping some balls into the box. Let's try and get Abner and Robinho linking up down this left-hand side. And try and find Vinicius. Abner. Such raw pace to him. And he's away from one. Just a step inside. Too much. Just too much there, Abner. Camacho. Ibanez. Oh, he's alright. He's alright. Campuzano. Quincy back into Campuzano. Robinho. Nice footwork. Abner now. Clever ball into Roney. Flicks it back. Carlos Vinicius is there. Quizzy off balance. Couldn't really get a good connection to it there. Gabby No Goals keeps it alive. Thiago Maia now. Under pressure finds Marcinho. It's a bit of a loose ball into Campuzano there, but he gets away with it. Now Robinho turns his man. Back out to Abner. It's again a lovely ball into Roney. Exactly the same ball again. Defender does enough. Back to Robinho. Ooh, about to pull the trigger. Campuzano can't get there. Good spell of pressure here, but we need to make it count. Oh, Abner. Abner. The momentum lost there. Really unlucky. It feels like a 0-0. It's starting to feel like a 0-0. It's time to make some changes. It's definitely time to make some changes. Not a lot on the bench, really, that's exciting me. I knew he was going to do that. Good work, Marcinho. Getting a foot in there. Ibanez as well. Oh, that was actually very, very smart defending there. He was beaten by a clever missing of the pass. Now, Marcinho, you've got to do better than that. You're the best passer in the league. Right, 9 minutes left. It's time for a bit of Ziggy magic, hopefully. Yeah, we're just going to do changes to the front line. Robinho's been okay today, actually. We'll do that. Hopefully one of them, despite the poor form, can find us a late goal here. Marcinho with the outswinger. All the way out to Abner. Robinho won't get there. Thiago Maia. Not exactly the nicest first touch we've seen. Oh, Campuzano, that's truly awful, but MJ will pick it up. MJ. Finds Marcinho. MJ now. Oh, MJ. Oh, couldn't find Campuzano. Full of running. Fresh legs there off the bench. Couldn't do anything with it. Ibanez, that's clever. MJ out to Marcinho. Can he pick a better ball in this time? Time to look up. Looking for Asano at the near post. Marcinho, for crying out loud. That was it. That was the chance to come away with all three today. Ramiro needs to do something with this. Great pressure late on. Can we do anything with it though? Just a couple of minutes left. This will be painful if we don't win. Robinho finds MJ. Ah, just nicked off him edge of the box. Now Fedate will play it forward into Ramiro. Certainly cannot have him counter-attacking on us there. Thiago Maia, good challenge. But it's their ball. It's going to end a bore draw here in Sao Paulo. Unless we have some dramatics in the final few moments of this game. Abner. Strong in the challenge again, but again is penalised. Absolute fix. Nothing wrong with that at all. Good physical defensive play. Certainly no fouls. So that's going to be it. What a horrible... Oh, ending this would be as it falls to Rene Jr. Oh, luckily it doesn't pull the trigger. They're going to go all the way back. They're playing for the draw here. Ziggy's in there, but that's going to... Oh, this referee! Referee! Yeah, Kakarot Marcinho's crossing has been awful. We've got him into decent positions. He's done nothing with it. 2 or 3 opportunities. Big opportunities. Campuzano heads away. That'll be full time here. Gutted. Gutted, everyone. Not the start we wanted to this stream. We were meant to bookend this stream with 2 big performances. But we come away with a bore draw against the reigning champions. Luckily, at the moment, they're not in such a great position. That chance from Rony was a big one to start the game off. But from there, we didn't have too many. And in the end, actually, only 1 shot on target from either side. Very, very poor refereeing. A 7 for the Corinthian centre-back. I mean, that says a lot about how this game worked. But... yeah, Quidzy, I mean, Rony and Vinicius up top, I'm not happy with that at all. You can't play both of them. There's just not the continuity in that front two to play them both. You can have Asano or Ziggy out, but you can't have both of them out as far as I'm concerned. Rony, I'm still not sure about. I think Asano, maybe. Maybe has to start. Campuzano with a decent game. Robinho was okay today. Not mad at Robinho. But I'm mad we didn't get the win. And I'm mad we lose our top spot today for another team from Sao Paulo. And Goiás up there as well, the side that are looking to sign Zico. We've still only conceded 1 goal this season. We are miserly at the back, but we're not scoring as freely as everyone else in the top 8. In fact, we have scored the same amount of goals as 9th place Chapecoense. So maybe Yuri Alberto has to be done. Maybe Zico needs to look at this side and think, you know, defensively as a unit, we're looking good. The midfield does its job. Thiago Maia and Campuzano in the holding midfielder roles does a lot of good work. But we're just not quite scoring the goals. That is where we're going wrong at the moment. They want 100 million for Lincoln. Okay, so he's actually going to be more expensive than Yuri Alberto. Let's compare them though. Be very interested to see comparison between them. So they are both 20 and 21 year old. Yuri Alberto's a fox in the box. He's transfer listed. And Lincoln is a goal poacher. Both of them 78 overall rating. A couple of goals between them. 3 goals between them this season. So offensive awareness, which is always key. Lincoln higher. And then all of the ball control, dribbling, possession stats significantly higher than Yuri Alberto. Obviously, where Alberto flourishes is when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, and that's what we've been talking about. We've got players who can keep the ball, but we need players who can put it in the back of the net, and 85 finishing at 20 years old. That's Goodwin Koyalapu level finishing ability. We cannot ignore that. Lincoln with only 76. He's got room to improve, of course, being only 21 years old, but you'd like to see that higher. Lincoln, physically, he's quick. Roughly the same pace. But Lincoln, look at that. Physical contact 83, balance 83. He's only 175 centimetres tall. He's a little power cube, I think. Oh, he's going to be tricky to win the ball off, isn't he? Both of them would be great. Both of them are a lot of money. Can we do better and smarter than that? And then maybe come away with an attacking mid and a striker. I mean, there's a lot of good strikers in this list. Like Alexander Pato. That'd be great. The banter of having him and Robinho in the same side. We'd love it. We would love to see it. Did we look at Raniel and Gustavo? Oh, he's good in the air. 91 heading. We don't need a big man. We don't want a big man. If we got Yuri and a great AMF, job done. Yeah, job done. But we don't have the money for that. Where would that budget come from? We'd have to sell someone. Who is our most expensive asset at the moment? MJ with the 66 million market value. Matthias we know is already gone. Marcinho, we can get 38 mil for him. But we would need to sign a good right back. That's probably not going to work for us. Did we transfer list Vinicius? Yes, we did. One step ahead of the game there. Robinho is only worth 4 million. That's sad. How the mighty have fallen. Anyway, let's get a win now. Let's get a win. Let's make it 3 wins to finish this episode off. It's going to be a four-game episode. And Botafogo next up at the Majestoso. I think we're going to keep things as they are, except for Takuma Asano comes back in to sneak us up to 95 team spirit. Quidzy back in. Not Quidzy back in. Ziggy back in and MJ back in. Happy with that. Happy with that. Botafogo, not exactly full of danger men. But a decent average, you'd say. Good keeper, good centre-back. A few 60 rated players in there. Pachu on the bench. We had him for a bit on loan and he was pretty poor. So where are we going anyway? Where are we going? Rio. We're going to Rio. Oh no, we're not going to Rio. They're coming from Rio. It's about 310 miles for anyone interested. There it is, 310 miles away. On the black and white side at the Majestoso. Let's do this. Let's get the win. Botafogo have actually won the title twice in their history. They're known as the Fogão, the Big Fire. And they've won it as recently as 1995. Still, Ponte Preta yet to win a title. For those of you who have not watched this series before, Ponte Preta are the oldest still playing side in Brazilian football. But they've yet to win a trophy, and we need to change that. We need to change that. We need to keep the wins coming in the league. Yeah, we've got players. Yeah, still got a long way to go, of course. It's a long season. Ivan back in today. Fabiano didn't have much to do in the last episode. Ziggy back in at the Majestoso. You know there's going to be goals. If you've got a prediction in the comments, then let me know. But I reckon 2 for Ziggs today. Pretty much. Quidzy finds Thiago Maia. Oh, nearly finds a way past there. Genomes, welcome aboard. Just in time. Yeah, just in time for game 2. You certainly didn't miss anything in the first game. We had 1 shot on target. In what was a really important game. They held us pretty well. Abner now into Thiago Maia. Sees a little bit of clear grass. To drive forward. Gets a little bit scared and finds Abner. That's a clever ball over to Campazano. Keep it moving into Ibanez. Centre back up from the back. MJ, Quidzy. Oh, Quidzy. We had him there. Ibanez says, not in my house. MJ. Oh, MJ. Trying too much here. Oh, selection issues there. But Ibanez deals with that with authority. What a player he is. It gave Quidzy the armband with Ivan out of the side, but you've got to argue maybe that Ibanez is a captain in the making. Still only a young man. Such a consistent performer for us, and that is his third winning back of the ball in this game. Makes it look easy. Makes the pass look difficult though, and we're not starting well here. Thiago Maia across, strong shoulder, can't come away with it. And now Fernando. Oh, thought about the pass there. We had it covered. Santana, lovely turn. Pimpao finds a way. Oh, away from Ibanez. And that was a big chance. And we have started very slowly here. Amir, welcome to the chat, mate. Good to have you on board. You're not playing that well, to be honest. I need your kind words of encouragement, please. We're meant to be having a storming episode today. Nice crossfield ball there from Abner. Ibanez looking for options. Takuma Asano pulled way inside. Marcinho, good first touch. MJ dominated again in the centre there. Quidzy will look to take this one quickly. Finds Marcinho. Good work from the right back. Oh, the reverse ball looking for Ziggy. It's a nice idea. They'll get it clear here. It's well marshalled though by Asano. Oh, nearly forcing a mistake. Looking a little bit worried there, as they should be, against one of the best teams in the league, but we're certainly not playing like it. Marcinho into Campuzano. Chips it over the top for the right back. Takes it really well. Battles his way past Yuri. Can put a ball into the box here. Ziggy with the header over the bar. That's what we want to be doing. Why couldn't he do that to Vinicius, who in theory is much better? That's great work there from Marcinho. A lot of criticism on him after the last game. Got himself in those positions, but did not find crosses anywhere near that sort of quality. Good pressure again. Forcing some worrying balls for their defence to deal with. Get away with it. MJ, good pressure. Ibanez comes across. Coolly finds his defensive partner. Thiago Maia now into MJ. Good first touch. Ziggy on the hold up. Oh, looks to find MJ. Nearly finds a way through. Good hold up play there. Just couldn't quite thread the final pass through. Sergeev. Looping ball into no one. And now MJ finds Abner. Loves to cut inside and drive at the defenders. Still Abner. Finds Takuma Asano. Nearly finds Takuma Asano. Great run there. Finished it off with a well-weighted ball. Which Takuma Asano, who's been completely anonymous so far in this game, couldn't do anything with it. But Thiago Maia makes the ground up really well there. Wins it back. MJ now into Jimmy Quids. Finds Campuzano, the Colombian. Nearly loses out. Marcinho as well, put under pressure, but finds a way out really well. Now Quidzy. Time to look up. MJ. Into Asano. MJ looks to flick the reverse ball into Marison. The simpler ball was there to Abner on the overlap. He'll be gutted by that. And that's going to go out for a goal kick. Once again, we feel a little bit toothless. Half an hour in, we're not creating the chances that we are used to creating, especially with 95 team spirit. Shouldn't be anything stopping us creating chances, especially at the Moises Lucarelli Stadium. The Majestoso should be rocking here. Oh, Marcinho, that is basic. Sergeev keeps it in well. Pisano looks to deal with it. It's a dangerous ball over the top. Marcinho to blame here if anything badly goes wrong. Abner's there. Gets an important touch. Thiago Maia will play it into Campuzano. Can we hit him on the break here? Campuzano sees the run of Ziggy. Oh, he holds off his man really well. Ziggy to open the scoring here with the outside of the boot. That is not the Ziggy. The Ziggy can't you see that we're used to. Lovely ball from Campuzano, and this is classic Marison. Uses his body really well, but on a blue arrow, even with three men circling, should have finished that. Absolutely gutted. Just need to open up the body really. Was expecting an outside of the boot finish. Down to the keeper's right-hand side. It did not materialise. And that will have disappointed the home fans. He's better than that. That's poor though. Can Ziggy get to it? No, not quite. Oof. They're living dangerously here with some of these balls. Pimpao on the turn. Oh, it's good work here. Could we be caught here? Ezekiel. Oh, it's good work, Ibanez. Now Abner. Yes, great ball into Mauro Jr. The half nearly up here as we bomb forward. And Quidsi is found. No, there was no runs to go for. We were too slow there. And now the calls for Thiago Real to be replaced in the next window will be even louder because he's not playing well. And that is just another poor ball to add to his tally today. We don't want to see the downfall of Quidsi, but it's only a matter of time, surely. Neil Gregory, welcome aboard. Good to see you, mate. I'm sorry, but the football has not arrived yet. That's to come. I'm sure of it. I'm sure it's going to happen in the second half. I estimated at least 2 goals for Ziggy in this one. He's had 1 chance so far. No, he's had 2 chances so far. And both of them absolutely scoreable. Especially for a man with his talents. Botafogo have been good. Ibanez steps in well. Ah, distribution. Not up to scratch there. Watch him. Watch him. Santana. Gabby no goal. Oh my god. Oh my word. Living dangerously there. Like that though. Like that a lot. Maudison holds him up. Ball into Quidsi. Sano looks to take it on the run. There's no foul committed there apparently. Sano slowly makes his way to his feet. Counter-attack looked good there. Final ball was just lacking. That's poor. No goals. No goals across. Pimpao does well. That's a really dangerous ball. Santana can't quite get it at the far post, and it'll run all the way out for a throw. What's the problem? Quidsi. Just stopped his run there. Santana, good ball. Abner, no! Oh, almost beaten there, but he just pulled off a feat of athleticism to make up the ground, get the shoulder barge in. Now Thiago Maia can bring it forward, finds MJ in a pocket of space. This is where we're really dangerous. Takuma Asano! Takuma Asano! What a wonderful phrase! Takuma Asano! Ain't no passing grace. Simple finishing. A man who drifts in and out of the game more than prime Dimitar Berbatov. But when you get him in a scoring position, I mean, again, I'd love to see what his total career stats are for Ponte Preta. His one-on-one finishing has always been one of his big plus points. That's a clever run and a good ball from MJ there. Really nice stuff. Takuma Asano gets the goal to get us off the mark here. It's a great run. He knew exactly where he wanted it there. MJ has played with him for a long time now. He knew the run. And Kakarot, I completely agree. The always dependable Takuma Asano grabs another goal. Almost the forgotten man of this side. I mean, speaking of MJ, I don't know if you've been watching The Last Dance. If you haven't been, the Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan documentary on Netflix, I would definitely suggest it. But Takuma Asano is certainly the Scottie Pippen to Ziggy's Michael Jordan. Doesn't get the plaudits, doesn't get the attention, probably doesn't get the money either. Oh, Asano ball into Ziggy. Oh, how have you not fucking bicycle kicked that into the top corner? But yeah, I mean, who would be our Dennis Rodman? That's the question. I mean, got away with that. Madison, lovely footwork. It's the curl one from distance. Not far off, I reckon. Great work here. That's a crunching sliding challenge. Ziggy with the turn, it opened up here. He's not a man known for his long-range goals, but it's not far off. Domings reckon Asano reminds you of Dirk Cow. Yeah, he's a hard worker. Gets up and down well. I think that's maybe underselling Takuma Asano. Not that I'm not a Dirk Cow fan, I thought he was a good player. But at this level, Takuma Asano, who I think has certainly found his level after spells at Arsenal and other clubs. MJ, oh, the ball was onto Asano there. Again making a clever run around the back of the defender. MJ was just pushing his passing ability a little bit too far there. Campazano does well. Keeps it alive. Marcinho threads the ball through to Takuma Asano. Saw the run of Ziggy early. Oh, what a first touch. Out of his feet. Oh, fuck me. Oh, Ziggy. We said he'd score 3 today, and he's missed 3 absolute peaches. Love the first touch. Second chance, just a second touch even, just as good. But the finish, he put too much on it. Too much on it. Amir, are we still playing counter? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And it seems to be working. I mean, again, there. Good counter run. But Ziggy just trying to make sure that we definitely sign Yuri Alberto by missing some big chances. Hopefully, not some misses that we're going to pay for here. That's a lovely ball over the top into Sergev. Oh! Ooh! Let off there. Massively. Thiago Maia, good first touch. Ziggy still making the runs, and that's a good ball. There we go. There we go. Ziggy, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your goal scoring ability isn't quite up to scratch for me, but there we go. Give him enough chances. Put enough monkeys in enough rooms with enough typewriters, and you're going to get the works of Shakespeare. Look at that run there. Lovely little spin away from his man. Had the physical ability just to get in front of him. And then the cool head finally, just to open up his body, side-foot it past the keeper. Thiago Maia did really well, won the ball back, drove forward excellently. Good bit of box-to-box midfielder work there. And that's a good finish. He was going to get one today. It had to be at least one. And he took it well. It's a shame it wasn't the last one with the pluck out of the air after the long ball from Takuma Asano, but we'll take that one. That's vintage Marison. Marison now, I think, is actually playing. Possibly in the, at least the second tier, that's poor. At least the second tier of Brazilian football. Certainly not playing at the top of top of his game anymore. Abner, thank you. So I don't know if he watches this series. I'd love it if he did. He must be thinking, why could I not quite fulfill this promise in real life? Almost found a way out there as well. Because he has not fulfilled this promise in real life. He's certainly not playing in the Copa Libertadores. Certainly not top scorer in Serie A. Not for want of trying, I'm sure. Oh, get away with it there. MJ, good hold up. Asano into Ziggy. He'll use the run there. That's a good challenge. Very good challenge. Could have, maybe should have pulled the trigger a little earlier there, but really impressive sliding tackle. Thought he might have given missed the free kick there. He's done really well. That's poor. Asano will get to that. Ziggy, lovely ball into Jimmy Quids. Another massive sliding tackle there. They are living on borrowed time if they want to keep doing that. 85 minutes, we really need to make some subs. Marcinho looks up. Puts the ball over the top for Ziggy. MJ wins it. Thiago Real again. He's having a difficult game. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him again. Who's going? No. Awful, awful, awful finish. Awful finish. Sudan Richards never questioned Ziggy. You just shouldn't. People have tried, and they've often been made fools of. We would have been looked very foolish there. Ibanez and Gabby have been such a good partnership recently, but they just slightly cocked that one up. No problem though, we got away with it. And let's give Abner a few minutes rest at the end. And Thiago Maia's had a good game, but we will bring in Ibanez. into midfield. Why not? And give old Brazzers a run out at centre-back. I just enjoy the final few minutes of this game in front of the adoring Campinas crowd. What a win this has been. Hopefully see us go back to the top of the table. A good performance. No more, no less. Good ball to Tavares there into MJ. Floats it over the top looking for Ziggy. Not the smartest ball ever. Just running up the clock here. MJ into Ibanez. Albinio. Touch. Oof. How did he lose that? Just had it nicked off his feet at the last second. David Braz. Great positioning. Oh, Ibanez. You know, defensive mid. But it doesn't matter. We get the win. Lovely stuff. Still, only conceded 1 goal this season. Should have conceded a second there, to be fair, at the end. But they didn't take their chance. We took ours pretty well. We had to give Ziggy a few goes at it, but he did eventually score. That was a big opportunity. Could have been a different game had they scored in the 14th minute. But as has been said, don't question Ziggy. He'll get you the goal. Took him a lot of opportunities today, but a great all-round team performance. No player below a 6. You'd love to see it. Corinthians losing again. Whew. They are having a tough season. Really tough season. And we go top of the table again. Sao Paulo and Goiás both failing to pick up 3 points. And there we are. Sitting pretty. Still yet to lose. Still yet to concede more than a goal. Lovely stuff. I mean, we're only 7 games in. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. But we look pretty deadly. Still only 9 goals scored. If we do add in Yuri Alberto, and hopefully a really exciting attacking midfielder, the league is ours. Surely the league is ours at this point. I don't want to talk too soon. Don't want to count my eggs before they hatch. Looks like Gabby No Goals has learnt to be a leader. It's interesting. There we go. Good stuff. Nothing more to look at, I don't believe, than just get straight into the third game of this episode as we take a trip to Atlético PR. Let's take a look and see how we line up today. As we take a trip south to Curitiba, 294 miles is the trip we've got to make today from Campinas. How has everyone responded to this fairly long journey? Well, Gabby No Goals has just learnt to be a leader, but he's also learnt to be on poor form. And with David Braz on a downward arrow, we can't play Thiago Maia at centre-back, can we? I think it's going to have to be old Brazzers. He's not let us down yet. This could be his opportunity. Sano in again for Roni. Scored the goal to start the good performance in that last game. When will I ever change that permanently? Maybe I should. Only question here is maybe drop Campuzano. Maybe drop Campuzano and bring in Luis Fernando. Play Thiago Maia box to box. Could do. But Campuzano, even on a downward arrow, probably has earned his start. No, we'll give that a go. Campuzano a little bit tired as well. Probably makes sense to leave him on the bench today. Could give Rubinho a run in for Quincy. Takes us down to 88 team spirit, and I think we'll leave that as it is for now. Gabby for captain, says Genoms. Interesting. Is that because of the leader role, I guess? I mean, he's not been at the side for very long. Any thoughts in the comments as to who your captain would be if it wasn't Ivan the Terrific? 24-year-old leader, captain. He's still not really progressing as much as we'd like. You would question whether there might be a new goalkeeper on the horizon if he doesn't improve exponentially from now on, but I think we're probably okay. 90 team spirit, looking good. Paranens, lots of 60 rated players in their midfield. That's promising. 2 defensive midfielders could be tricky, but MJ looked good in the last game. Quidzi is fighting really for his future at the club at the moment. He needs to improve. Let's get into it. So Ibanez, a couple of people shout for him as potential captain. Bonnie saying Thiago Real, yep. Asano captain, maybe. You wouldn't expect a player who's first language isn't Portuguese to be a captain in a Brazilian side, but you never know. In terms of consistent performances, it's probably one of the best in the side. So here we are at the Arena de Baxada, 42,000 capacity here in the south of Brazil, right down the south. These guys are known as the Lowland Hurricane, the Furacão da Baixada, Baixada, probably pronounced completely differently to that. And these guys, Paranense, do have a title to their name in 2001, fairly recently. But since then, they've been pretty solidly mid-table. 7th and 9th place in the last 2 seasons before this. So this is a mid-table side, who are a mid-table side at the moment, and a side that we should be beating. Let's give them hell. Ibanez comes across, takes a hit for his troubles. It's a little bit of a reducer there from the centre forward. It's going to be a big battle there. How will David Braz handle him? It's going to be interesting. Very short here. Ibanez out to Marcinho. Nice ball into Mara Jr. Maybe a little bit too tricky there. Quidzy again! That's happening way too often. But it doesn't matter when you've got the fridge. Thiago Maia under pressure. Does well. That's calm play. And Fernando will just move it on here. Abner looking early there for Marilison. Reginaldo's going to have to deal with this. Is that the Reginaldo that used to play for us? Could be. It could be a fairly popular name. And with Abner out of position here, they've got a chance to break. Oh, if he'd got to that. Centre-back had rolled away into space really nicely. Marison back helping out. Still, the home side keep possession. Luis Fernando there charging up a shoulder barge. Never got to it, but Asano gets a good foot in. Can Quidzy find him here with the ball over the top? Not quite. Marcinho will keep it alive into Thiago Maia. Nice footwork there. Will release Marcinho. Good first touch. Looking for Ziggy. Onto his head pretty accurately there. His crossing has improved as the episode has progressed. Always a difficult chance there for Ziggy. Slightly will end up behind him there. Difficult to generate the power and the precision from that area. Let's get the high press going again. They want to pass it out from the back, and we love that. We love a side with balls. MJ, good pressuring here. Quinteros is going to have to do something with that. He's done exceptionally well to find his man. It was a probably pretty dangerous pass across the box, but he gets away with it. This is looking dangerous here. Marcinho, you're going to have to deal with that. Thiago Maia does well. Referee says foul there. Adriano keeps it moving. And Maia's there for the block. Good start from the home side. It's a fairly long journey, but nothing too major. Viciato now. Abner's there, as is MJ, gets a block. Braza, oh good take. Dangerous ball there, Braza. We get it away. Now Luis Fernando. Moves it out to Marcinho. A bit more on that than I'm sure he would have liked. MJ will find Thiago Maia. Played the box-to-box role really well in the last game. Flicks one in here looking for Marison. Lovely work there, MJ. Away from his man there. Abner takes it on the run. To the line here, Reginaldo has to get across. Gets a challenge in, that's a bit better. Marcinho over this one. The headmaster Ibanez makes a run to the near post. Can you get the flick on? He can. Asano's lurking. It's going to be out towards Maia. He had a shot wound up there, but never managed to get to it. MJ, good battling there, but Juninho's stronger. Ah, the refs at the moment. They're after us. What have we done to upset them? They're weak. High ball in here. There's Fernando back helping out. It's a good bit of hold-up play though from the Paranense striker. Danger here. David Braz is going to have to come across. The cross is very deep. Juninho does get to it. Ivan surely could have caught that one, but no. Goes with the punch. MJ into trouble. Rossetto knew exactly what he had planned there. David Braz across, can't get to it. Abner, no, we're looking shaky here. Looking very shaky. Reginaldo, that's a good ball out. Maro Jr. Oh, we can't get it away. This has got goal written all over it. Ibanez has to head it all the way back out there for a throw. Nearly half an hour on the clock here. And we're not looking great. We're certainly not looking the better side so far. Quinteros lining up for a long throw. I don't know why Quidzy goes across there, not Ibanez. Ivan will look to distribute quickly here. Kumo-san holds it up well. Now Marcinho driving forward. Just to ride the challenge of Wellington. It's a decent ball down the line into Thiago Maia, battling with Enrique. Comes across better there into Ziggy. Yes! Get in there. What's the... Oh, I've forgotten the chant. Oh, yeah. Getting Ziggy with it. I don't think you get a chant when it's a tap-in like that. You've got to really give all the plaudits for that goal as Ziggy is there. To our man, Thiago Maia. Playing the box-to-box role today, playing the Campuzano role, not the defensive midfielder role, in which we normally see him. And he's bullied the ball back there. Off the big Atlético PR probably left back, maybe centre back. And it's a simple ball in. Ziggy, good positioning. Not going to miss that one. 2-2 for the big man Ziggs. Yuri Alberto, you can keep the 100 mil. Santos, we don't need him. I mean, that is a pretty good point though. Do we need him? We're still waiting for that really amazing attacking midfielder to come up. And if 100 mil has to be spent on a player to get proper quality, which I'm getting the feeling that it will be, especially if they're young. I think if they're over sort of 24, 25, you get better value. Brazilian youngsters in this are priced very competitively. No, not very competitively. They're highly prized anyway. Abner now. Oh, somehow comes away with it there. Looks up for an early ball. What a ball it is! Oh, and I think Asano was offside. Oh, only just as well. It's a great run. But yeah, we don't need a striker, do we? That's a very good point. Do we need a striker? Would we be wasting that huge transfer war chest that we've managed to build up thanks to selling the famous baby? And probably a few others as well who could go. Do we need to? Is the question. If it was Arthur Cabral, aka the new Adriano, then I probably would pull the trigger. As Fernando tries to intercept that one. Quick passing, crisp passing from the home side. They look to find a way back in. Quinteros does well. David Braz and MJ together, able to win it back. MJ finds Abner. He's got grass to explode into here. Finds MJ. That's good defending, Reginaldo. Very good work there. There's Fernando. He's hunting you down. Enrique caught out for the first goal. It's unlucky there because that would have probably worked for them. Marcinho beaten soundly in the air to that. Ibanez comes across, does really well. I'm going to get the corner out of that. Adriano looking for the short one. MJ across, but Wellington turns in well. Here's Fernando, tries to bully it back. Big opportunity here. Deflection is kind to us, luckily. And that is half time here. A simpler goal for Ziggy you will unlikely see this season. Other than that, we've shown very little to suggest that we should be winning this. But I still think we've got this. So, yeah, it looks like the general consensus in the chat is attacking midfielder is where the money needs to be spent. Quidzy not getting any younger. Robinho already not younger than he should be. That makes no sense. But, yeah, that's where the money needs to be spent. And once again, Thiago Maia runs into the box. Oh, does him there. Oh, very lucky deflection there. Thiago Maia putting the defender on his arse. It's the sort of move that gets the crowd off their feet. Fortunately, there's just a small deflection on the pass through to prevent Ziggy surely scoring another tap-in. It's a good ball out. Lovely first touch from Janino. It's a dangerous name when it comes to footballers. Ibanez can't get a foot to that. Out to Rossetto. Good effort. Wide. Oh, Ibanez, why are you going? Oh, you've got to get the ball back at least. And towards Thiago Myers, having a great game. Heads away. MJ's not going to win that back. Into rushing out. Ooh, gives away a foul there. We don't want to give away free kicks in dangerous positions. Reginaldo does well. Abner, a big block there. Oh, Sano looks for the cheeky flick there in the wrong position, but MLSM comes back, deals with it well. Abner, nice. Finds MJ. Oh, a little deflection there. It's the right ball. Pedro Enrique looking a little bit unsure of himself on the ball now. Having given away the ball for the first goal. Quinteros, dangerous ball, shouldn't be a problem for the headmaster. David Braz does well. Never knowingly. Oh, that is not a player that I saw. They win it back. Right, let's not slip here. Let's not let this one slip. That ball's on there. Adriano. Ah, oh, Luis Fernando. No! Christ. John Mays, welcome to the stream. Mate, Paddy Power offering 3-1 on Ziggy next goal. I want an Aka boost on that. No, that's not Paddy Power. This is still a dangerous position though. Well, into the wall. That's what we want to see. MJ, good touch. Ziggy next goal. It's normally a pretty good bet, isn't it? Pass it out from the back. Coolly. It's better. Quidsey now. The man with the beautiful hair. Needs to improve in this game though. In recent games in general. Ah, that was meant for him as well. It's annoying. That's a good bit of work there. Ibanez doesn't get to it. Good passage of play here. David Braz labouring to get to this. Gets to it in the end. Whoa, okay. It's alright. That's alright. Back ourselves. Oh, lovely little flick there. MJ into Abner. His wingmate. And now Jimmy Quids. Ah, just doesn't have the running ability that he had in the first season. The drop-off has been noticeable for Jimmy Quids. I think we could be seeing his last few games as a starting player for this side. And with that in mind, it's hardly a solution, but I think we're going to give Robinho a few minutes here to try and find a breakthrough for what could be the second goal, the decisive second. Still a lot of game to play here. Jimmy Quids struggling for form. Robinho struggling for form. We need to replace what we're basically doing now, which is hoping that between them they'll have a good enough game with someone who will always have a good game. Marcinho, that's poor. Piss poor. Enrique again living dangerously. Unlocking the defence was something very, very special. Very, very special. Oh no, the stream died. Robinho killed it. Robinho's killed the stream. Oh no. Adriano's ball in. Robinho's going to get to that. Are we dead? Are we fully dead here? Allison ball over the top. Oh. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully the stream has returned. I see everyone's left, so not ideal. Oh, David Braz. Come on. Come off it. Yep, sorry guys, don't know what's happening. Devon internet, as always. As unpredictable as Robinho. Now Rossetto with an opportunity to break Ponte Preta hearts here. It's over the wall. Ah, it's always going to fucking go in. You give them two opportunities like that, and they're going to score. It's not even that good a free kick. Well, welcome back everyone to us throwing the game away in the final moments. Gutted. Oh, Robinho, you've got to fucking keep hold of that, mate. Nice. Nice. Oh, Ziggy. Yeah. Ziggy, Ziggy, Ziggy. Just forced his way through there. Pure force of will to score that goal. To steal 3 points from what looked to be a certain draw. Good interplay there. And MJ knows what to do. Just put it into the right areas for Ziggy to run onto. He loves the channels. He just loves the channels. He's like the Dover to Calais ferry. Just loves the channel. Always in the channel. So does that decide it? Yeah, we need an attacking midfielder more than a centre forward. I think we always knew that. When Yuri Alberto popped up, it was like you couldn't ignore that because he's a player that we've always spoken about signing. But Rubinho, that's a lovely ball. MJ first time looking for Ziggy. It would have been delightful. Junior into Rubinho, out of his feet. Oh, I really would like to get Rubinho a goal. Just to remind ourselves that he definitely can. Ziggy to finish. Oh, nearly. Nearly another there. Very sloppy at the end. This is the final play of the game. Quite like Rubinho to score. Rubinho coming short here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the second touch. Just getting away from him. Just getting away from him there. That's crushing. That's crushing. Well, there we go. There we have it. We get the win. Just about. Ziggy relied on heavily there. 50... What was it? 57% possession for the home side. That's not good enough. But we get the win, so that is good enough. Nan, is the audio lagging? Probably, mate. Probably. It's the one problem with live streaming is that I have the internet that was probably considered good in the year of the internet's conception. But there we have it. Look at that. Still top of the table. We have conceded 2 goals now, but still looking good. Looking good. And let's just enjoy ourselves now in the final game of our Copa Libertadores group. I think top of the group is already assured, but we would love to knock out the huge, just the huge Copa Libertadores side that is River Plate. So Rubinho's a maestro, although everyone already knew that. Came on, involved in the second goal, so you can't argue with that. We've got an attacking midfielder to look at here. Oh, 80 rated. Jean-Pierre. Oh, 23-year-old classic number 10. Son of a gun. Look at those passing stats. 90 lofted pass. Slow, though. I mean, that is a classic number 10, isn't he? I mean, you can see that overall rating is massively skewed by his passing ability. But 90 lofted pass is pretty impressive. And look at all those passing abilities. Wow. Boom. Good shit there. Some good shit. If we wanted just a purely passing, real number 10 type player, that's the one we'd go for. But I do still think we want someone with a little bit more dribbling ability as well. Maybe we're looking for something that doesn't quite exist. That would be nice. So as we said, I think this is confirmed, isn't it? Yep, top is confirmed easily. But River Plate now, well, if we beat them and Millonarios, well, if we beat them, they're out, basically. Let's do it. So yeah, Maestro, is that one of these? So Maestro, as captain, teammates earn more experience points, yeah. I mean, that would be nice, but I just don't feel like we can captain him. Let's get into it. Final game. It's going to be a long stream. Apologies to everyone watching this back. Let's take a look for Quidzi. Downward arrow. I'm not surprised with the form he's been in. I'm going to play Campazano in central midfield there. And I'm going to play Luis Fernando. Give that a go. And Roni can start today. Yep, that's fine. We'll give Vinicius a run out just to try and get him in the goals. Oh, Ivan! Ivan! Dramatic improvement. It's not exciting really for a goalkeeper, but still good. Good for it to be our captain. Good for it to be a player that we have just we've always believed in. We've always believed that he can be the player that he can be. Good to see anyway. Very exciting. Actually saw at the moment he is heavily linked with Flamengo in real life. Likely to be leaving Ponte Preta imminently. So it's a bit of a shame for the Blackbridge. But good for him. To have a player who's playing in the national team but playing in the second tier. It's pretty rare. I mean, it would only really ever happen with a goalkeeper. But good to see him taking the step up in his career. And he's taking a step up here as well. As his dramatic improvement, we'll surely see him now move up there to be our top-rated player, I would say. That probably should do it. Although Abner's dramatic improvement did absolutely bugger all, so who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we finish off here with a huge Copa Libertadores night at the Majestoso against a team that has won the Copa Libertadores. I think it's something like the third most times of any team. I think it's something like that. Marcinho releasing the Macacaroni into the box. Strong running from him. Footwork. Campazano with the effort. Oh, off the post. Roni tried to do it all himself. The pass was there, really. MJ will be gutted by that. Roni tries to find a way through. Campazano struck that pretty well. I'd like to see him get a goal today. Wasn't to be there, though. Suarez. Oh, David Braz. That's a lovely ball to find MJ as well. MJ will use the run of Vinicius. MJ. Easy. Very easy for the tower. Thiago should get to this. Straight at Roni there. What we would hate to do is not beat River Plate today and then have to play him later in the competition and lose to them. I can totally see that happening if we don't beat them today. Palacios, danger man, that's a very good turn. Marcinho's header away is poor. Oh, Maya gets a good solid foot in there. Not cleared. Quintero into the box. No. What? These referees. Very little in that. Very little in that. This is almost certainly a goal. Quintero. Big opportunity. Easy. I know you can move the keeper. Sometimes I do, but every time I do it, they end up going the other way. Fuck it. It's just pretty much a guaranteed goal from there. And we go behind in a game that doesn't mean a whole lot, but we would still love to win. MJ loses the ball straight away there. We probably will lose this one, won't we? We'll just see it happening. And we play him later on. No, that's not a foul! That's not a foul! Just allow us to play our physical game, please. Campazano's done with that. Is actually great midfield play. He is a destroyer. He does break up play. He's aggressive. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, 2 free kicks today. Been our downfall. Oh, great opportunity there. He's done really well to find that sliver of light to get that shot away in. Wide to Marcinho. It's a good ball into MJ. Clever pass to find Thiago Maia. That's good defending. Vinicius sliding in there. That was risky. Oh, almost had that one. Not touch. MJ does well. Roni under pressure. Oh, that's nice. Thiago Maia. Ah. River Plate playing for their lives here, and you can feel it. It's all or nothing for them today, and they are a very good side. And now Suarez with space. He's got two to pick out in the box. Steps back inside. Marcinho, big challenge there from the right back. Absolutely crucial as well. And MJ, Thiago Maia, that's good link up. Oh, that's lovely. To find Giraldinho here. All over the top, looking for Abner. Get there ahead of Lopez. Lopez makes up the ground really well. But Abner's there. Oh, Vinicius! You've just taken it off your fucking own player's foot. This isn't going to be our game. I can feel it. Oh, David. David, you've messed that right up. Oh, and you're slow. You're very slow. Palacios is there to make it 2. Nearly, very nearly make it 2. Oof. Just about kept that in. Oh, nearly had him with that. Nearly. Oh, how did he get to that? Dangerous ball. Gabby No Goals is there. David Braz slow to react. He's struggling today. Oh, and Gabby No Goals puts it out. Even has a big miss today. He is the rock. The steady influence in the centre of our defence. Pisano. Yes. Oh, you had that, mate. You had that. Senior heads away only as far as Palacios. Good hit. Falls to Suarez. We're weathering this storm just about. MJ, good ball into Roni. Slowest turn of in the world. And then a hopeful ball looking for Vinicius. Keeper's out of his box. Only that had fallen. Someone in white and black. David! Yeah. I mean, this is a realistic scoreline. This is a very, very good side. In total, they've got better players than us in most positions. And they're showing it today. I just really hope they don't come back to haunt us later in the competition. Because it's going to haunt me. This game's going to haunt me already. We are David Braz. I need to start with a fairly big advantage there. Oh, Roni, that's nice. It's a good ball. Marcinho's first touch gives him a lot to do. But he does it well. Not a very good ball, even over the head of Vinicius. Oh dear. Oh dear me. It's Fernando. Vinicius. The turning circle of a yacht. Actually, that's quite kind. Oh, Campuzano really well won back. Good play there as well. The battle Quintero. Ball into the box, but it's blocked. Oh, did not think that was still on. Come on. We've got a goal in this half. We need a goal in this half. And we can find our way back into this, I'm sure of it. Campuzano into MJ. Ah, oh, bloody hell, Palacios. Read that like a badly written book. Suarez just baiting David Braz out into the open here. Now Palacios, who's looked dangerous every time he's had the ball. Quintero a good option, is he? Got no links, unfortunately. He would be the sort of player that we're looking for, I'm sure. Abner back into his own box there. What is that? Luckily, this game means absolutely nothing. It doesn't even decide whether we finish top of the group, because we have been pretty terrible. Vinicius wins the header well. MJ over the top to the Macaca Roni. Could there be a late goal here? Flicks it up, looking for Vinicius. The header is there. It's powerful, it's towering, but it's well wide. Once again, he's anonymous. Good play there. MJ finding Roni, a little look up. He knew exactly where he was. Vinicius, pressure. Roni, pressure. Oh. Well, half time here. Almost at the Majestoso. Let's keep it at 2, shall we? David Braz very quick to react there. Too quick, you might say. Yep, it's going to be 2. At the half. And there we are. Okay. Okay, we're being dominated here. It's understandable. They've got everything to play for. We don't. We're resting some of the key players. And we're playing Carlos Vinicius, who's just not good enough. Nick, welcome aboard, mate. You're here right at the last minute, but it's great to hear from you. One of the OG commenters and patrons of this channel. And yeah, family's all good, mate. Let's see if I can score a goal for you, shall I? How are you getting on? Oh no. Good work. Campuzano threads it through. Girudinho unable to control. Yeah, we're not having a great game, to be honest. This isn't the best. We've had a couple of good games in this episode, but bookended by a tricky first game. A bore draw, and it looks like we're going to lose our final game of our Copa Libertadores group. We go out with a whimper against a side who we just about managed to scrape a win against in our first game. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh my god. "53 minutes. We go long." Vinicius. Pincero. Yeah, they've got loads of dangerous players. Gabby no goals across. Does well. Good distribution there. Oh, that was not the pass. But Gabby's there again. He's having a good game. Going to Campuzano. Playing a lot more attacking today than he normally does. Attempts a difficult ball round the corner into Vinicius. Not going to be the one. Oh, that's poor. Maya gets there. Oh, I thought he was onside. Oh, he's very nearly. Oh, we're not playing offensive. Yep, sorry. Should have done that. Oh well, a bit late. Yeah, always play offensive. It's getting slack. The game that means very little. Oh, again, it's going to be a foul, isn't it? Right, looks like the stream's gone down again. Lovely stuff. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, looks like we are streamless. What the hell has happened here? Maybe we're not streamless. I don't know. Vinicius. Oh. And that goes all the way out. Very poor. Very poor into this game. From both sides, though, to be fair. Do we have chat? Do we have chat? We've got chat. So, final few minutes here. Let's pick it up. Campuzano loves a physical battle, does really well there. Oh, Abner. Oh, for Christ. Let's make some changes. We don't want to go out here with a whimper. Carlos, you're coming off. Marillison on. Not a huge amount of changes to make here, but I just know that I'm not a fan of Roni, really. Sano, Ziggy coming on, the old faithfuls. Let's get a goal. Let's get at least one goal. Just to save face here. We'd also put a marker down for if we do play them again. We have managed only one fairly reasonably lucky goal against them in the cup so far. Oh no, no. Oh. Marcinho's not going to get to that. Suarez turning on the pace. Oh, Marcinho reads it well. It's a good bit of build up there. Sano into Ziggy. Oh no, Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy wins it back. And then loses it again. Not our best game. You can tell the priority is the league for us at the moment. Thiago Maia, that's a good ball. Campuzano outside of the boot ball looking for Abner. Normally wins these sort of matchups. Lopez does well. MJ, nice touch. Thiago Maia looking for him again. It's needed some upward trajectory, not horizontal. Come on, let's get one at least here. Let's at least have a shot. I don't know if we've had a shot in this game. I don't want to be embarrassed. Not a De Magistoso. It's not how we roll. Oh, Palacios just glides away from Fernando. What a ball that is. Quintero, another danger man. Cuts back. Abner's with him, but he holds him off well. That's no mean feat. Suarez at the far post. Can't get it on target. And Suarez, that does remind me actually. I was reading about Yuri Alberto, a player who we're looking at signing. Highly rated in real life as he is in this. And apparently he's being touted as the next Firmino, which is a pretty attractive prospect, isn't it, to have the next Firmino in our side. But as we've said, Ziggy keeps scoring goals. Why would you change that? David Brown's 10 minutes left. It's going to be a disappointing loss here. A game that means little, but could have a big effect on our season, I fancy. Campuzano now. Big opportunity here. Ziggy making a very, very poor run. Cuts inside. Ziggy! Oh! Not far off. Batalla, great save to prevent us getting a final goal in this one. Did well to create the space. Marcinho's going to loft this one over the top. Far post looking for Takuma Asano. The knockdown is there. Thiago Maia just outpowered there. In the story of this game, really. Physically, they've had our number. 5 minutes left here. Abner looking absolutely knackered. Does his job though. Bit of a anticlimax to the episode. It's a shame. It is a shame. But not a big deal, really. Ultimately, we can live with this. We just need to make sure that when the knockout rounds begin, and that's when things get really exciting, obviously, that we're on our game. Fabinho now the substitute. Plays it looking for Ziggy. Oh, just needs to be ahead of him there. Into the space. It's not rocket science. Assisting top scorer in the league. Oh, no, that's a poor ball. Fabinho will chase this one down. Oh my god. Very nearly had that. Marcinho, good header. No, 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 don't get it, you're offside! Pillock. Sano had that. Harrison coming on, trying to do it all. Getting it wrong. Let's just finish this game. This has been an embarrassment. The sooner we can forget about this one, the better. Oh, fucking hell. When it rains, it pours in this game. That's how it feels now. Marcinho does well. But pointless, really. Fabinho takes that neatly. Only one to aim for in the box here. Fabinho with the cutback. Oh, how have he missed that? Oh, this was not to be our game. Quite clearly. I think that would have... He had everything to aim for. Robinho did really well. The cutback is there. I think that might have even missed the target had it not been hit directly at the only two people anywhere close to the middle of their goal. Ziggy, a little bit inconsistent today, but it wasn't to be our game. That's fair enough. Robinho! Oh, that's fair enough. River Plate, a massive side coming in, needing the win to stay in this competition. And they get it. They get the 3 points. Not necessarily going to be enough for them, although it looks like it probably has been. Yeah, it looks like it has been. So, Millonarios must have done them a favour by losing their game, or drawing at least. And River Plate will sneak through here after really embarrassing us, actually, at the Majestoso, which doesn't happen very often. But we'll take it. We'll take it on the chin. We'll move on. We'll progress from that. Yeah, Millonarios coming away with a 1-1 draw against the Chilean Coquimbo Unido. They've got to be gutted there. Got to be gutted. After winning 2 games in the group, to lose narrowly. But anyway, we finished first. That's what matters. And we'll look now to see what our draw is going to be as we move in to the group stages. I mean, to the knockout stages. Very exciting. Can we see yet? I'm guessing we can. Knockout phase. Corinthians. Oh, bloody hell. That's a tough draw. And you want to get someone not from Brazil, really, but especially if you're going to get a Brazilian side, you don't want the reigning champions in the round of 16. Who else is in there? Palmeiras have made their way through. Just 3 sides. Just 3 sides. Boca in there. Lots of teams I've never heard of. Independiente. Well, there we are. There we are. But that is a difficult draw. Really difficult draw. After, I think, our first loss of the season. First loss of the season. But positives are Ivan on a dramatic improvement. And we have scouted Janino. I mean, that sounds like a good bit of scouting, surely. Oh, it's a striker. It's a striker. And he is 25 years old. And he's shit. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. A massive stream today. Apologies for the connection issues, as ever. Join me for the next one on Tuesday. As we look to take on 3 winnable games here. Fluminense, Santos and Chapecoense. And then we've got 1-ish more episode. 2 more episodes, really. And then we're into the transfer window. Hopefully by then we'll have a really exciting attacking midfielder. If not, then we might just smash 100 mil on a young starlet striker. Either way, it's going to be good fun. And either way, I hope to see you there. Have a good evening. I'll see you in a bit.